Okay, pitching competition. So, I'm going to invite our pitchers on. You guys ready? Come on stage. Woo, big round of applause. Woo! And now a word from our sponsor. So, P1 and Geyser are the sponsors for this. So they've sponsored this. So they've put their own hard sats up for the prize here. These are Bitcoin businesses, which means they're not technically tech businesses, they're Bitcoin businesses. They're all at different stages. Some are established, some are at idea. There's also a young person. The pitch number 4 is going to zoom in from Madeira. This is a Zoom pitch with a young chap from Madeira. The prize is 15 million sats. Okay, 15 million sats, which in today's fiat money is £2,500. Okay, 15 million sats. Now, it's a 3-minute pitch. Some of them it's their first time pitching. Quite daunting to come up here on a stage in front of people, even though we're all of the same ilk. So I want you to give them as much encouragement as you can before and after the pitch. So you're going to hear from boltcard.org, Bridge to Bitcoin, Project Change, Gametron, which will be the Zoom pitch, and Stack and Sat. So, with your app, the only criteria you've got here is not the best pitch, not the person you like the look of, but would you invest your sats in it? Would you invest, I would invest my sats in that business. That's the criteria, that's the sole criteria. Everybody cool? Everybody cool? Yeah, fantastic. Okay. So afterwards, once they've pitched, you'll then click on the session. If anyone's got a problem with the app over the next couple of hours, you can go to registration and they'll help you out. And that is it. So, are we ready?
Yes.
Boltcard.org, are you ready? Big round of applause. Woo!
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Right, so hello. I'm Peter Rounce, and I developed the open source Boltcard server software. And that sits between the point of sale terminal and your Lightning node for your self-sovereign Boltcard. I've been working with Robert Clarkson. He developed the app which companions it, and that enables you to program up the Boltcard. It's also used by LNbits. Next slide. So my claim today for your vote is that we can deliver a contactless payment solution with Bitcoin over Lightning to everybody, and we can do it for free. Thank you. So imagine you are in the middle of nowhere. Imagine you don't have a mobile phone, and imagine you don't have very much money. You still need to transact somehow. This is the problem. And the solution, next slide please. The solution I've come up with is marrying the Boltcard. So the Boltcard can be provided by somebody who's technically competent in the village. So imagine you've got somebody who's maybe got a small business or a shop. They're technically competent. They can set up a satellite node. They can set up a 4G connection, Lightning node, and the Boltcard server. So they've got the infrastructure there. They can also buy 1,000 blank cards for $1,000. Because they can put their logo on the front, I'm saying that this can be put down as a marketing thing. On the back, we put a Lightning address. So we use the Lightning address to charge the card, and then you can tap to pay like you can with any other Boltcard. So once you've got those two things, the only thing that's missing is how do you know what the balance is on the card? So you have no phone. So we've added email onto that. Every time you make a payment or every time you receive a payment, you get an email. In the subject line, it tells you what the current balance is on the card and the name of the card. And then in the body of the email, it tells you what the last 10 transactions are. So if you don't have a phone, anything like that, you can always rock up at an internet cafe and check what's been going on, all your transactions, everything's good. Okay. So essentially, we have that up and running now. I can demonstrate it to you today. If we get some funding from this, we'll do some outreach and try and do a real implementation somewhere. If you're interested in making your own bulk card self-sovereign system, then you can use these channels, get in touch with us, and we'd be happy to help. Thank you very much.
Well done, it's not easy going first. The next pitch is Bridge to Bitcoin.
Hi guys, let's get my slides up now. I was going to do a longer pitch, so I'm just going to rush through these ones until where the real beginning is. Right, okay, 3-minute pitch, it started. So my name's Christopher Gordon. I'm here representing Bridge to Bitcoin. What is Bridge to Bitcoin, I hear some of you asking. Bridge to Bitcoin was founded by myself and my co-founders Simon and James early this year. We also have a network of volunteers across the UK, and we provide our services for free. What services, I hear some of you say? Well, we onboard merchants throughout the UK to accept Bitcoin Lightning payments. If you're new to Bitcoin or new to the Lightning Network, some of the benefits that they can ascribe to are some of these: near 0% transaction costs, near instant settlement, and because it's near instant settlement, no chargeback. And thanks to the like of Coin Corner, hi Matt, you can benefit from flipping that Bitcoin at point of sale to pound sterling or euros. So if you don't want to hold Bitcoin on your balance sheet or on your books, that might be more desirable to you. I hear some of the accountants there going, yay, let's do that. So that's a great thing for businesses on a micro level. We'll also, as Bitcoiners as well, we'll support them because we travel distances, don't we? Miles and miles to support these businesses. But let's zoom out a little bit. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin white paper. We'll just look at the title because we've only got 3 minutes. The title is Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It is not Bitcoin hodl, do nothing, become wealthy. That is not what the title is. So our vision is that in one of the cornerstones of Bitcoin success is a Bitcoin circular economy. And by that we mean merchant adoption. So how are we going to do that with Bridge to Bitcoin? Well, at the moment, what we do is we take what's currently in the market, and there is a plethora of solutions in the market. It's really complicated. As a business, you can be quite easily confused. So we take these solutions, and on an individual basis, we go to these businesses and we signpost them to what we think is most suitable for those businesses, and we will handhold them through the setup process and make sure they're onboarded and they can accept Bitcoin payments. The ideal being that, I've given that away, the ideal being that we can see a Bitcoin accepted sticker here on every high street. Ideally, I'd like to see that on every shop window front. So that's my vision today. So if you would like to share that vision where Bitcoin is successful and it's a real currency we can use today, vote for us today. We will use our prize money to go to trade fairs and try and onboard as many merchants as possible. If you choose to vote for one of my colleagues here, I have one other ask for you. When you go shopping, say these 3 or 4 words rather. Do you accept Bitcoin? That just sows the seed, and that will hopefully be the start of their Bitcoin journey. Thank you very much.
The next picture is Project Change.
Hello. I believe that lasting change can be stimulated by new awareness and growth. When I first started looking into Bitcoin just under a year ago, I found a wealth of great educated and informed resources. But the lens through which I saw my world became disrupted by a disruptive technology. I struggled to connect the dots and understand what this might mean for me, my family, and my community, well beyond the monetary aspects. Who could help me figure this all out in a non-judgmental space? I knew that I didn't have the inner resources to be able to figure it all out by myself. My background is grounded in mathematics, software development and technology, more recently evolving towards education, business coaching, and business setup. It feels like all these roads have led to Bitcoin. I have skills, connections, and energy to be able to help connect Bitcoin Educate and Inform with Bitcoin awareness and change. And here's how. My idea, my service, is that wherever you are in your Bitcoin journey, there can be personalized coaching and, where needed, workshops and linked resources to help you gain the insights to be able to connect the dots and take the next steps. For now, this is me, but after some experimentation and testing, we can scale a cohort of coaches and facilitators who can support the community, support each other, and form a network of conversation with Bitcoin Educate and Inform. I will need new support and resources, but this is how I can help to stimulate new awareness and thinking around Bitcoin and help to drive lasting change. Thanks for the opportunity.
And the final pitch is Stack and Sat.
So yeah, my project is no internet, because Bitcoin is the internet of money. But indeed, 37% of the population doesn't have internet access. Why? Because many people are living under a dictatorship. Last year, 34 countries shut down internet. Otherwise, it's because you live in two poor conditions. Many people are saying that the first billions user into Bitcoin will come to Africa. But only 33% of the Africans have an internet access. And there is a large disparity between the countryside and the city. So in addition of the digital access fracture, there will be an access of the fracture to Bitcoin. So it's really not what we wanted. So we are looking, we need to find another infrastructure for a global scale, which is decentralized, affordable, easy to access, and censorship resistance. So we are looking for a mesh topology. A mesh topology is just a network decentralized where everybody can be a node. And every node acts as a relay of information, and if a node is off, it doesn't matter. The information will still be connected. So we are looking, now we have the mesh network, so we need to find which protocol to use. There's a lot of one. We can use the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, or the 2G. But we are looking for something with a long range and with a low power consumption. Power consumption is very important for this kind of country. I'm sure you understand why. So who we are? So we are a band of Bitcoiners working on it, and we are doing a partnership with the CNES, which is the French special agency, in order to study the LoRaWAN, which is one of the networks that we are targeting. So what we did so far, last May we made the president of the Central African Republic, his government and the telecom companies in order to understand what they need, and so we did an audit. And we studied as well then the USSD technology, which is behind the mobile money. And right now we are studying all the mesh networks, and we need you in order to continue the study and we need you and as well in order to make a proof of concept, but at a city scales, and then to country scales, and then to make it bigger. So thank you for your time.
And we're now going to show you the pre-recorded video that we did for this very eventuality of Gametron.
Hello, I'm Sam Day and I'm 10 years old and I'm the founder of Gametron. Woo, Gametron! First of all, I really love technology. It's my thing and I don't know why, but it's just, I really like it. I learned to code when I was homeschooling on this platform called Cubio. Recommend it, by the way. I learned Unity 3D and created 3 games so far. And I launched Gametron in January 2022 earlier this year. And my dad helps me with Lightning integrations and he's very good at that. My proof of work. First of all, my first game was Defender, where you're a tank and you have to shoot bombs before they hit the ground. And Lander was my second game, where you're a spaceship and they have to avoid asteroids. And these are donation games via LNBits, LNURL. My biggest game so far is Satsman. You might have heard of it. The weekly prize draw of 10,000 sats. Yeah, you could win 10,000 sats. It's free to play, only 1,000 sats to post score onto the leaderboard and also have a chance of winning that 10,000 sats. 1 point equals 1 ticket. The points are up here, and the more points you have, the more chance you'll get. And roughly 250 people have paid and entered the prize draw so far, which is the leaderboard and chance to win 10,000 sats. Proper Lightning integration with Zebedee, like every time you finish a game, it pops up, a QR code pops up. And the highest score, which is very big, is 728,300. Ben Duvall. It took him over an hour, which is a big amount of time. And what would I use 15 million sats for? I'd use it for marketing, Twitter and YouTube, and Instagram and stuff like that. 3 million sats. Build and launch a new 8-bit game, 6 million sats, like build and launch an 8-bit game, like maybe Mario or Space Invaders, and 6 million for that. Prize funds for plebs, 3 million for like Satsman and maybe future games. An office for my bedroom where I can make these future games, 3 million sats. Why Bitcoin gaming? It introduces new people to Bitcoin. Gamers already like in-game currencies like Minecoin, V-Bucks and Robux. Bitcoin is definitely more useful though, and it makes Bitcoin even more fun. Thank you, bye. Got any questions?